So in this video, I'm doing a couple mailboxes. The customer told me not to clear coat them. He wants to do that himself, so I'm just gonna put some binder on them and call it good. But one's classic flames, and the other one is classic flames with realistic flames behind it. So let me know what you prefer in the comments. I'm curious. And thanks for watching. Doing a couple mailboxes. Got some spray away glass cleaner. Scuffed them with a red Scotch Brite. Just gonna give them one of those. Wipe this down nice and dry. Just have some black in the gun. Dust the coat on here. These are already black, so we'll just do a very light coat. Should be fine. Let these dry and then we can tape out some stuff. Again, like I always use, 3M 1/8 inch masking tape. I think it's 26343 is the part number. Usually don't do the lid or the doors. One little crossover there. And we'll just do one. Like that. Simple. This one, no realistic flames. This will just be yellow to orange fire, and then I'll stripe these in blue. So since we're going that route, we just got to cut these out. Alright, these are going to be orange and yellow, so we're just going to paint these guys orange. Very light coat. See, it's already dry. Blowing air on it. I'm gonna let this sit and I'll come back. I have yellow in my gun. I didn't clean the gun out from the orange. And I'm just gonna start in the middle. kind of whipping it back and forth. So we're getting a nice blend there. It's okay if you get a little chunkiness back here. I'm not really worried about that. We're just focusing on the front more. And then nice blend. Can really see it on here. All right. Orange back in the gun, but it's really over reduced. See how light it is? We're just gonna whip it across the orange, going back into the yellow. See how the over reduced really just so gradual? Very gradual. I'll let this dry. This one's drying. We're gonna do the flames on this one. This one's gonna get black classic flames, realistic flames behind it, hand striped in red. So again, we'll do the same, pretty much the same layout. Can do it different if you want. No rules here. About out of tape. Again, 1/8 inch, 26343 3M. It's masking tape. Some would call it fine line. It's not fine line because it's masking tape. Fine line's more plastic. Again, I like this stuff because these will not lift up and move around and be all weird. A lot of the fine lines do that. It'll take me 46 years to find where this stupid edge is. Here it is. Huh. So on this one, we're going to actually fill in these flames. So since we're going to do that, we're going to cut these tips. Because when I do the fire behind the flames, I do it this way because if I was just to put realistic flames on this, I'd trickle them out to here. But since these are going to be black and the background's black, I do it this way so I can fill these in and then I know I have fire completely covering around them because it just looks better. You'll see what I mean when I start airbrushing it. And I have to leave tomorrow for pre-op for my surgery and I'm out of tape, or like thicker tape. So I'm using this. This is what I use to cut my stencils, but I have a bunch of it. So I'm just using this as mask, which not very cost effective, but I don't really want to go anywhere today, so I live like 30 minutes from the place I get all my tapes and stuff, so if I can avoid not driving there today, that'd be great. So we're gonna put this on here like so. Push it down real good. I'm gonna get a new razor blade. I think SBS makes a transparent yellow tape that would be great for filling in stuff. Never used it, but I think I want to try that. This stuff is really not the best stuff to use for Backmaster funds. I mean, it actually works pretty good, but you'd be better off going to US Cutter and buying 4075 medium tack R tape. That's what I would normally use. And obviously you always want to go back and check. You can see there's some things that I didn't get perfect. Not a big deal. Go back. All right, so there we go. Taped off, back mask ready to go. So now let's do the other side. And when I'm doing these mailboxes, you just put a line, close your lid, put a line down the center, and then space these apart, then you can kind of get it roughly the same. This one, while we're sitting here, probably see the blend a little more now on that. Yellow, orange, yellow, orange. I actually don't have to clear coat these. I'm going to put some intercoat clear on them and ship them. The guy said he wanted to clear them himself. Fine with me. You know, sometimes you get a couple things like this. A little overspray where you missed your tape, not a big deal. Especially because this is the solid color, which is black, so I can go back with my airbrush, lightly fog that in. You never see it, no problem. There's that one. And just have to run my pinstriping on it, which I'll use blue, and I'll really stretch it out nice. And then I'll do a drop shadow there. So I'll tape this other side off, and then we'll do the realistic flames on this one. All right, here we go. We got orange in the airbrush. Got my stencil that is, this is probably 16 years old. I've chiseled the paint off of it, and I need a new one. But I just have never bought one. So here we go. So with these, I'm just gonna start by outlining the flames. And I do that because when you're airbrushing these, if you forget a little bit, it can look weird. So just kind of yeah, this is the base layer of the fire, so I'm not looking for perfection or anything too crazy. I'm more just building a background for the yellow. The yellow is what's going to make it look right. Again, people rely way too much on the stencil and it looks weird. So, you know, only use stencil here and there and then go back and fill it in for your base layer. Otherwise it can look real crappy real quick. So that's the one side. And that's looking pretty good. Flip it around. Make sure you knock your paint right off the table too. There we go. There's not much in there. It'll be just fine. Again, outline them. Perfect. Need to clean my airbrush. It's trigger sticking a little bit. I'll get this layer done and then I'll clean it out before the yellow probably. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I started doing this fire 20 years ago. I did so many bikes with this on here. It's just, I did hundreds. And it's so much easier and faster for me than taping out a bunch of stuff. Run out. And fill it in. If you fill it in, it'll look better. Until I over reduce that to try to get some more orange here. It's alright, we'll put yellow over it, you'll never even notice it. The other thing is, always use a tack rag and tack off after each layer. I do these things too. This little embers burning. Gives a little more motion. Cool, all right. All right, I'm gonna clean my airbrush and we'll come back to the other. All right, get a little tack rag. You'll see this step, I'll go a little slower. It off. You can see a lot of the times I'll do this motion. I'll start here. It's just variations of that is what it is. Really, it's not. Once you get that down, it's not hard. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It's still hard, but it's, you know. You don't want to cover up all of your orange. You still want to see it through everything else. I think we're going to leave that now. I think that's going to be probably pretty good. What I'll do is I'll mix up some gold candy next and put it over. You can do tangerine, which I don't know if I'm going to do tangerine over this. It's up to you. If you want it more orange, you can, but I'm going to leave it like this. All right, we got candy orange, or sorry, not candy orange, candy gold in the airbrush here. Again, just give it a light tack. See the gold. So candy gold, whatever manufacturer that you use, it just intensifies everything. See how much yellower that got? Even the oranges, it brightens up the oranges too. Whoops. Tack her off. Forgot about that step. That's good. Perfect, okay. Now we can unmask this, see how it looks, and do our pinstriping. Firebox. Unmask this. There it is. Pretty sick, right? I like it. You know, my mailbox is beat up and old. I've never painted it. It's like the saying, the shoemaker never has new shoes, or whatever that saying is. The painter never has a painted mailbox, I guess. I should do something about that. I think this guy's raffling these off, or like a charity thing or something, some auction or something. To be honest, I kind of like them when they're not pinstriped, when it's like this, but I might send him a picture and see what he thinks. I just think that looks cool. I don't know. All right, so here we go with both boxes. Which one's your favorite so far? I feel like that looks so plain compared to that, but that's all right. All right, let's stripe these things. I usually dip the tip in reducer, palette it up. A little too much there. My phone beeped. Oh, touch that up. A little crazy there. Hello? Hopefully my arm's not too much in the way for this. Pinstriping is one of the things you can do without having to buy a compressor, a paint gun, all that other stuff. You can buy a brush for, I don't know what they are, 8, 9, 10 bucks. Mac 00, most common. And then just practice on whatever. Biting flies in here right now. Not enjoyable. What's going on here? So now we just gotta do some shadows on there. Super easy, black in the airbrush. We're just gonna put the test passes here. Just a little crossover shadow, no big deal. Do another one here. There we go. So, why don't you let me know in the comments which one you like better. Obviously that one's more flashy, but I like that one too though. Shadow really helps it out there with just a clear binder over top of them. Just kind of evens it all out, almost like a matte clear. I like them, pretty cool. Thanks again for watching, and let me know in the comments which style you prefer. I've done both a bazillion times, so yeah, I think I'd probably do the one with the realistic flames on it personally, but let me know, and if there's anything specific you guys want to see, leave a comment. Thanks, and remember, if somebody tells you you can't do something, prove them wrong.